Good morning. Welcome to Working Horses with Jim. This morning, Jim is busy disc harrowing. Things have dried out off enough that he can get started here. What he's doing right now is swapping horses. Jim and William have been out here harrowing. Lady had a little bit of a time out here, not too long. Earl has been added in to the mixture.
Gotta take this. It's from Woodweiser.
Yeah, Jim's working on getting his new motor started.
Yes. Yeah. So the whip that's coming out of the new motor, that is for power to the new motor, correct? Okay, well there's no adapter from that whip to the whip on the Sawmill. The whip on the new motor has 8 plugs. The whip on the Sawmill has, I think, 3 or 4 plugs. Trying to go get William.
Jim's running to the mill because he wants to talk to the guy. William's starting the harrowing again. You giving him breaks?
Yep.
Boy, Earl. So this is Earl, Bill, and Kenny. Ken. I call him Kenny. What you looking at, Kenny? For those of you who are new to the channel, Ken is a Percheron, Bill is a Belgian, Earl is a Suffolk punch.
Careful, Ken.
As you can see, we had corn in here last year. So this is corn ground that Jim is getting ready to plant. Maybe seed down to some oats or grass seed. I'm not sure. He does want to do a patch of oats, but he usually puts the two together. It's later on in the morning, and Jim has Baron, Bill, and Earl out here.
So here we are with Leo. Leo is a friend of ours that's actually going to put bees on our property this summer. So he's going to show us a few things even right now as to what we're doing. So go ahead, Leo, explain what's going on here.
Okay, this is a capture box or a swarm capture box. And what you do is you make these boxes up and you put them up into a tree like you'll see me do. Okay, and down here is an opening. They make these openings different ways. When you capture a swarm, you go in at night and you close this. Your bees can't get away, and then you can safely take the box out of the tree and take it to your hive box on the ground. Hey, Skipper. And then inside the box, you make these honey frames. And the queen bee, she likes to lay her eggs. This should be full for her, but I didn't. I ran out. So, excuse me. The bees will come along and they will make a comb and fill this all up with honeycomb and you know, young larvae from the queen bee and that sort of thing. And there's many of them in here. And they tell me they can stay in this box for 2-3 weeks. You don't have to, in other words, if you see a swarm come and get into this box, you don't have to worry about it for 2-3 weeks before you.
That's good, because this is Leo's project, not ours. And he's going to be the bee man of this whole operation, not us.
So that's what we're attempting to do, is catch wild swarms. You can buy swarms or you can catch them naturally. And I just want to catch natural swarms. They winter over better. You don't have to pay so much attention to them in the wintertime, feeding them and all like that, because the bees that you catch have already made it through a winter, so they know how to survive. And it's going to help you guys on your farm here big time, you know, because yeah, there's wild swarms all over the place, but if we can get capture some of the wild swarms and set up an apiary, you know, then you're gonna, you know, probably gonna see a better, you know, what do they call it? When
Pollination?
Yeah, pollination, yeah. I'm having a bad day. So that's what we're after.
Okay, so where are you going to put this box?
I'm going to put this box in that crotch and strap it to the tree. I'll strap it to the tree, and I'll strap a strap around the top so the wind don't blow the top off.
Did you paint it because that just protects the wood? Or
It's two things. It's protect the wood, and you want it visible. You want this visible for the scout bees.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the scout bees, even now on a good day, you have your gatherers going out, but those gatherers are also scouting a new place, because in late April into May, into late May, your beehives will get overcrowded. And when they get overcrowded, and this queen is still laying, she needs a new place to lay. So the scout bees come along and they tell her, hey, we've got a new place, and she'll take an abscond, they call it, with half of that hive and go and start a whole new hive.
Cool.
And then of course this new queen, she's laying, and sometime during the summer the thing will get overpopulated again, and the scout bees are going, hey, we got a new place to be, and she'll take half the hive, and that's how they propagate. You know, many hives around. Is when that hive gets overpopulated, they just move on and leave these guys. And
So this is April 1st, so the bees are out and about even now.
I was working on these hives. Like I painted this hive with natural beeswax, melted and painted it on there. And when I was doing that, I had probably a dozen honeybees flying around checking out.
Just recently?
Yeah, just 2 days ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, they're out there scouting around. You know, they were really liking this box with the old honey, the old honeybee wax with the old smell to it. You know. You want to use as old of wax as you can, you know, and you wouldn't think they'd sent that, but I guess that's, well, you know, that's their thing.
Yeah, so you want this strap right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this.
You want two of them or one?
I'll take one to start out with.
Okay.
Yep, I like it.
So we were just talking, and any of you viewers who are beekeepers or have experience with keeping bees, if you want to chime in any helpful advice, we would love it. When me and Skip go for walks, we can come out here and check on the box. Well, like, see if there's any bees look like they're flying. I'm not climbing up there to look.
Come on, you're not afraid of heights, are you?
Not afraid of heights, but I don't like the idea of being up high with bees.
Oh, come on.
We'll leave that for you.
Look it. They only eat just a little, they only take little tiny bites.
Right.
Jim, I would take one more strap. I got to strap the top down so the wind don't blow it off. I don't think it will, but it might.
Gonna work?
Yeah, it'll work. I just got to get around the back side of it.
Okay.
Somehow. Well, I can safely say that the YouTube is a great thing because I've wanted to do this since I was in high school. But back then, if you didn't know somebody in the apiary business, you were hard pressed to start with bees.
Well, when you were in high school, they probably didn't have electricity, did they?
No, we had candles.
I can't remember who said it, but they said that you're never too old to start a new goal or dream a new dream. Dream a new dream or start a new goal.
I am a guy who, I get into things, I learn about them, and I get out.
Oh.
I get into something else, and I get out. My whole life has been like that, you know.
You get bored easily?
Pardon?
Do you get bored easily?
Kinda.
Yeah.
So you're saying we probably better observe closely what you're doing because you may not be here very long. We might have to take over the bee business.
That's it.
Oh man, I don't know about that, Leo.
Oh, quick, come on.
I do love honey. We won't say how old Leo is, but...
Leo will be 75 this coming November.
Well, Leo told it, so that's pretty good. Be up climbing around.
I think most of my friends are over 70.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's always been that way.
There, that'll do it. Now if I can find one more tree similar.
There's a box and a tree, ready to go.
So hi everybody. This is our third or fourth different change in horses today. It's been a busy day with a lot of other things going on. I got my sawmill fixed and I'll even go right now and show you that. Okay guys, I want to give you an update on my new motor on my sawmill. We have it all fixed. I'm very happy with it. It might look like a bit of a cob job here, but this is actually the way we had to do it. So it's all wired up. And this motor here has no choke. It's all electronic choke, which at first I really didn't like the idea of it. The more I think about it, I love the idea of it because there's times where the sawmill is way down at the other end of the mill, and the motor is, and you need to start it up and it's cold. Well, you got to bring it all the way back so you can run the choke to get it started, whereas now we don't have to worry about that. It's all automatic choke. So that's a great thing. We like that. So I'm going to start it up and let you guys listen to this new thing and tell me what you think. These 38 horsepower Kohlers I have had, this is the third one I've had. My original one on the sawmill was very cold-blooded. It started really hard. We have one also on the edger, and that starts kind of hard, kind of cold-blooded. This one, when we first got it, we couldn't get the thing started. We got everything working properly, so we knew it was working properly. We had fire to the plugs, so we ended up having to take the air filter off and squirt some gas into the air filter to get this thing running. It's surprising how long it took. I was afraid that it would be hard starting every time, but here just a few minutes ago I started up just to make sure it would start, and it started right up really good. And it's a little bit chilly this morning. It's about 32 degrees. And so I'm so far very pleased with it. I haven't done any sawing other than cutting this one cant. There's 3 cuts I cut because the guy that fixed this motor for me wanted to see it work. So I ran through them yesterday. So, but anyways, let's start it up and you can see it, hear it run. So what do you think of that, guys? Quite a beauty, isn't it? Okay, so what we're doing right now is we have Duke and Earl together with Ken, and they are working fairly well. Nothing spectacular, but fairly well. I think this might be the first time I've hitched the 2 of them together with Ken, but I don't remember now. But anyways, we're harrowing. Probably we go around one more time, and this will be twice now around this. So we covered this field twice, and that's all we're going to do with the discs. We have, as you can see in the distance, William is up picking stones with Bill. There's not a lot of stones here, and it works really good with just Bill. It just won't take them long. They'll have all those stones picked. And I got a phone call again.
Every time he tries to talk, he gets a phone call.
Hi, Nick. So what was I talking about?
You were talking about using these guys together.
Yeah.
Oh, and that the soil, you've gone over it a couple times.
So anyway, so William's gonna pick those stones. I'm going around one more time, and I'm gonna be done here for right now, or that I really need to do. Although I may try one other combination even this afternoon. Tomorrow, maybe I can put it on another video. I hope to put the 3 Suffolks together for the first time all together, and I'll use the spring tooth at that point because this will be done for this field for now, or for good actually, and we'll just use the spring tooth to try to level it out a little bit better. This is going to be seeded down with oats, so we will either cut it and maybe round bale it, and or possibly we've even talked about combining it and so harvesting it for the grain. So we'll see. We'd have like 3 different fields that we'd have for that. This is the first day of April, and if I was really with it, I could actually seed this down tomorrow, which is probably the earliest I've ever seeded down any seed. But it's just such a small window of time. When this is Monday, Tuesday night, it's supposed to go to rain and snow again. It'd be perfectly fine to seed it this early. The ground is cold, but it doesn't matter. It would work just fine. It'd be excellent, actually. But probably it won't happen, but who knows. So I am going to go around this field one more time. And yeah, that's what we're up to today. It's been a pretty busy day.
How comes Duke is quite a lot more sweaty. Is it just nerves or?
No, Duke is a little bit more sweaty because this is his first time out in the field, but he's he's ready to be changed. And I might even, like I said, I might do one more change. My next combination would be letting Duke go in the barn, taking Ken and sliding him over here and putting Baron in the center. I'm trying all these different combinations for a lot of different reasons. I'm trying to find out what combinations work the best. But even if they don't work the best, a lot of times they have to work in all these different spots, so they need to be able to do it. So that's why I would like to get Baron in the center, because I've never used him in the center before. And if that works well, then tomorrow I can have Baron in the center and have Duke and Earl on the outsides. So that's why he's a little bit more sweaty than the rest of them. Just a little while ago, we brought Earl back into the setup. He was working earlier. Ken was working, has already had one rest period also. Duke was the last one to come into the lineup, and he's kind of got a double time because he'll just have the one time today. Any other questions?
Not that I can think of at this moment.
Okay, I'm going to go around one more time and then bring him over the truck body. I cup step. Jeep, Jim, Jeep, 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 Jeep. There we go. G, 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 G. Oh. So we have our first field Herald disc, that is, for the year. So all we'll have to use is the spring tooth in that field to finish up there. And this field here that we plowed last fall, over to that point there needs to be disc, and I think we can just disc it twice, just like we did here. This is just a 6-foot disc, and it's an old junk one actually, but it works. And so I generally use 4 horses on this disc when I'm doing a lot of disking. I chose to use just the 3 because I wanted to use a cart. It's just a little bit safer with the young horses that I have right now. If they're in with a tongue and a neck yoke, it just holds them all together better. So that's why I wanted to use the cart. I could put 4 horses on this cart, but it would mean getting a different pole, a different tongue, because it'd have to be several inches longer than this one here to if I added the 4-horse evener. I still might do that when we get back to here, but it's a possibility that I will actually seed down that field that we just did first before I even start disking this field. Most of the time when I'm disking, I will actually just stand back there and ride the disc standing up, it works fine. It's one less thing that they have to pull. They don't have to cart here, and that's extra weight, and it puts them farther from the disc, so it actually makes it pull harder. But anyways, because of the young animals, I wanted to use the cart, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So this section down here is what we had tile drained last year, and I'm very, very, very impressed and pleased with how well it's drying out. This end of the field is usually, this top end, this long strip here is usually the driest, and down below is usually the wettest, and it is even wetter down there than here, but it's still so much drier than it has been other years. And I know it's not a tremendously dry year, so I'm very, very, very pleased with how well the tile has done. So anyways, I'm going to head back to the barn. Duke's tired.
So here is William making the outdoor little extension to the greenhouse where we can, the cold frame is what I'm trying to say. And we have the second line, so there will be two coils here of the piping to keep it warm. And then we're going to figure out afterwards how to put the hatched poly roof on it. So this is exciting to me. William's been pulled away a whole bunch of times. He's been back and forth doing everything. But Jim has also been pulled away today a lot of times doing things in the field and Sawmill and whatnot. So let's go see who Jim's got out there now. Okay, here comes Jim with Earl on the outside, and then Baron, and then Ken.
Good morning, everybody. So we are getting some dirt for Brenda's raised bed. We're just totally guessing as to how much we're going to need. We'll take this load up and unload it, and if we need some more, I do believe we have plenty. close as you can.
Hey,
Yeah, that should be good. That way we can shovel, one person can shovel it in, and then we can spread it out and get it situated. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is position these pipes so that they're kind of not against the wall, but kind of spread evenly throughout the box. Since we have 3 pipes, all right, William, give me another shovel or two. Okay, hold it. So a lot of this is old manure, well composted manure, and a lot of it's still just dirt. So we've got the pipes kind of spread around so that they'll be more uniform. And Brenda has gone into the old silo we have that has a bunch of this is old corn silage that's kind of half rotted down and never got used, and she likes to mix this in also. So that's what she's doing right here now, mixing that in with the manure.
It's pretty heavy soil otherwise.
That kind of keeps it, kind of makes it a little bit lighter soil, she says.
William, got any thoughts about, you think this will grow stuff, or do you think it's too heavy soil?
I think it should grow stuff, yeah. That's the way we did it.
Is it?
Just put the topsoil stuff in the depth. It grows pretty good.
William, get a few more shovelfuls right over here, please.
Probably have enough for 2 of them.
Yeah, we're quite fortunate here to have this raw materials. Brenda's always commenting on how good it is to have this stuff, and we definitely overdid it. We thought we'd have well, we didn't know how much, but we did overdo it. We've got way more here than we need.
Well, I could probably top off a couple of my my other raised beds.
It's not a big deal. We can just spread it in the garden because it's basically good old-fashioned manure.
Throw it in the garden. So. I can move it too.
So how high did you want this, Brenda? A couple inches from the top?
Well, is there going to be another rim on it or not? This is it, right?
Well, that's up to you.
I mean,
where are you comfortable working? You want?
Well, I'm just saying, if the plant has any height, you gotta. Oh, I don't care about that. I mean, that's.
Well, the back side is going to be high.
But is it going to touch the front, or is it because I have to have clearance for the plants to grow up?
Well, you also have to be able to get into the thing.
I know. That's true. So maybe we shouldn't fill it all the way, but I don't know.
But we don't need to. And this pipe really does not have to be buried too deep into in the soil either. You can work around the pipes. So let's get a little bit more in that corner, William, and maybe another shovelful right here, and we'll call it good. That way it'll give it a little bit more height for the plants with the roof.
Yeah, we could always do something different later if we don't like it.
Yeah. I think that's probably good enough. I don't think so. I think we'll call that good enough. Today William is planning on getting the roof on it, so maybe we can even show you that. So we'll take all the rest of this manure and take it out and just spread it around the garden. Bring around, William.
Hold on, William. I don't think I have to tell you that. Skippy! You see this back here? I don't know why it's here, but Skippy got his leg caught in it and he was starting to get dragged. Oh my goodness. With a pad on it?
Yeah.
Oh my word. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks like
I could take that back over. Where do you think it is?
It's on the manure spreader.
Okay.
I was doing this the other day with the manure spreader.
Yeah.
All done here.
Well, William, I can just imagine Brenda saying, "Can we have a few more wheelbarrow loads of dirt for that box? So we'll have to go get another load."
Get another load, yeah.
Okay, so take these guys back. They're probably done for the day. It's a good little, for a lady, it's just a little bit of an exercise for her, which is great. She needs that. And then you can get started on making the roof for that.
Hey everybody, it's after supper. We're out by the greenhouse and I thought I would show you what we did this afternoon. Or what William did mostly. He got the poly. Sorry, Skip. I just stepped on Skip's foot. He got the poly on the doors for this greenhouse extension. And we're going to have covers. I'm sorry. We're going to have handles on here to pick this up. But I'll just show you what it's like. And we're also going to have a way to attach it up, and they figured that out, but you haven't gotten it done yet. And so here they are, and here's the tubing inside that's gonna keep that a little more heated when we need it. And then this afternoon we put some of this belting down because underneath it is the pipe or the tubing that's gonna go, that goes to the stove down there. And Jim wanted it protected. I had to move a bunch of perennials to make this, so my flower garden is smaller yet. But when it comes in, we're gonna put some insulation around that piping or that tubing under there to help keep the heat in from the stove to the box over here. So it just isn't in yet, and we are going to do that. This stuff right here is pretty heavy duty. It was pretty hard to move, but we got it moved, and I've got a bunch of revamping to do with all my perennials, which I will be doing. But we are expecting some snow tomorrow, which is a bummer. Anyways, thanks for coming along today. I hope you enjoyed the video. When I was working here in the garden and William was working out here, Jim was out in the field and he did a bunch more harrowing. So he feels very good about his progress today. Well, thanks for coming along. Have a great one. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that and you like our videos. Take care.